Harcourt Fenton Mudd, Roger C. Carmel, made his Star Trek debut on Star Trek, the original series, and went on to appear in 2 other series. A con man extraordinaire, Harry Mudd spent much of his time traveling the galaxy participating in various, usually illegal schemes, while trying to avoid the many people he had wronged. Before his first encounter with the USS Enterprise in 2266, Mudd was already wanted by the United Federation of Planets for a lengthy list of crimes, including smuggling and attempted murder. In his second encounter with Harry Mudd, Captain James T. Kirk, William Shatner, described him as a thief, a swindler and a conman, and a liar and rogue, while Mudd insisted he was merely an entrepreneur. Mudd made such an impression on Star Trek, the original series, that he returned in an episode of Star Trek, the animated series, as well as 2 episodes of Star Trek Discovery and 1 of Star Trek Short Treks. Rainn Wilson brought Mudd to life for modern Star Trek audiences, and Discovery gave the character a darker undercurrent than he had on TOS. In his first canonical appearance in the Star Trek franchise, Harry Mudd was rescued by the USS Enterprise after he attempted to outrun the Constitution-class starship. Mudd arrived on the Enterprise with 3 stunningly beautiful women who distracted the male crewmen on the ship. Before long, Captain Kirk discovered Mudd's criminal history and learned that he had been giving the women the Venus drug to make them appear more beautiful. In the end, Kirk made a deal with miners on a nearby planet for the lithium crystals the Enterprise needed, and the 3 women found husbands among the miners. Mudd's women ended with the Starship Enterprise taking Mudd into custody, but he later escaped his prison, stole a spaceship, and ended up on a planet inhabited by androids. In Harry's Star Trek Season 2 comeback, I, Mudd, an android hacked the Starship Enterprise and brought it to Mudd's planet, where the con man informed Kirk that the androids had requested humans to study. When the androids refused to take Mudd away from the planet with them, he worked with Kirk and the other crew members to confuse the androids until they shut down. Kirk ultimately left Mudd on the planet with hundreds of android copies of his wife, Stella K. Elliott. Mudd returned in Star Trek, the animated series, having stolen another spaceship and escaped the android planet. Mudd found a love potion crystal that he attempted to sell on various planets, until he was again caught by Captain Kirk and his crew. While he was in the brig on the Enterprise, Mudd gave his love potion drug to nurse Christine Chapel Majel Barrett, who used it on Spock, Leonard Nimoy. Although Spock did fall in love with Chapel, the effects were only temporary. Mudd was eventually sentenced to rehabilitation therapy, although its effectiveness was uncertain.